there are these, layers that you add on when you feel like you have to prove, or when you feel like you have to be a certain way, or when you're listening to what society says is right or wrong, or hello, beautiful soul, and welcome to another video. My name is Concha Joy. I am a bioenergetic healer, coach, yogi instructor, and basically I help you tune into your energy and release resistance, release tight energy blockages within your body, and so that you can live your best life, so you can live a super high vibrant life. So today we're going to be talking about sadness, okay? We're talking about the energy of sadness, right? I got to get in this position right here. And we're going to be talking also about, why do we experience sadness? And of course, you can always experience different emotions for different reasons, right? You break up with someone, you're feeling sadness, you are getting a new job, you're going to miss your coworkers, you're going to feel sad, right? Client graduated, you're not going to see them again. Okay, that's sad, right? These little things make us sad. But why do we stay in a prolonged state of sadness? Where does that come from? Because we might get triggered into sadness, but typically it doesn't last super long, right? Because each day is a new day. We wake up feeling a different energy, right? A different experience. And so when we're experiencing a prolonged state of something like sadness, where does that come from, and why does that happen? So when we are experiencing sadness, it is because we are not allowing ourselves to get angry, right? You are not allowing yourself to be angry, right? To be in a fury, to have that sense of rage, that sense of super upset. And it might be because as a kid, you were not allowed to get angry. You don't know how to feel angry. You don't know what it's like to be angry, right? So this video is for you if you are new to feeling, if you are learning how to feel again, if you have numbed yourself and you are learning how to feel again, this is the perfect video for you. Okay? So when you're in a prolonged state of sadness, you're basically not allowing yourself to get angry, okay? And behind the anger, right, underneath the layers of that anger is this feeling, this energy of powerlessness. Okay, so these are the 3 steps to why you are feeling prolonged sadness. Okay, for prolonged sadness, you're not allowing yourself to be angry. But why are you angry? It's because you feel powerless to a certain situation or many situations in your life that are impacting you, right? Imagine you're living your life, there's something that's meaningful for you, right? To maybe do or to be or to have, or this connection that you want, and you're powerless to it. You may be powerless to a situation, right? You may feel powerless to how much financial well-being you have. You might feel powerless to your body. You might feel powerless to the relationship you have with your parents or your siblings or someone that's important to you. You may feel powerless about that. And when we feel that powerlessness, it's really like, we need to allow ourselves to feel angry that we feel powerless, right? Like if we are dissecting that energy of powerlessness, we want to determine, okay, how can I feel more empowered about the situation? Okay? But we're not allowing ourselves to see that we are in fact disempowered about a certain situation. Okay, so what you need to do if you're feeling consistently sad, you want to look back. Okay, what am I really upset about? What am I feeling super powerless about? Right? What do I want to change that I'm really not able to change? Okay, so maybe you have been, working at a certain job for a very long time. You absolutely don't like it, but you don't know what to do because you've been in that job for so long. You don't really know any other skills. You're super nervous to interview at another place, right? So there are these layers. There are these layers that are blocking in that powerlessness. So what we need to do is we need to see where in our life we are feeling disempowered, and we need to look at those layers that are keeping us under there. Okay, does that make sense? So, for example, that's like a good career example. Let's say that you're in a relationship. You've been in this relationship for so long. You may feel not passionate anymore. You may feel stuck. You may feel stagnant. You may feel all of these emotions, but there's nothing you can do. Why? Because you have made vows, you have made commitments, you may have children involved, you have finances that are integrated, you have all of these things that, are basically what the yogis call the granthis, right? The granthis are these knots, right? The karmic knots. And it doesn't start off as a knot. It just starts out as layers and layers and layers. And each layer, we're just getting more comfortable with that layer of heaviness, right? Do you ever find yourself in a situation where you're like, oh my God, I am not happy, but I haven't been happy for the last 10 years or 3 years or however long, but you didn't realize how unhappy you actually were. And that is because our body has this amazing way of protecting us, right? So it's protecting when, for example, when we have these layers that we're building up and we're saying, yeah, it's okay. We don't think it's okay to be treated a certain way, but we let things slide. And then we let these things that are sliding build up and build up. And then all of a sudden we have a totally different standard than what it is that we wanted for our lives. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to get into these layers. Right? Not be afraid to look at these layers, right? Okay, another really good example. Let's say, so I was working with this client, and she basically was having a really hard time. She wasn't passionate about her life. She wasn't even sure why. Unfortunately, sexless marriage, right? All of this stuff, okay? And the thing is that she just kept layering things on and didn't know where to start to get it off. But what you got to do is you got to just start organizing yourself, right? Realizing, right? Just being in the present moment, being aware and conscientious of, maybe how you're responding to different situations, or, the standard that you've accepted. So anyways, we know this, right? We know what direction we want to move in, but it's really about noticing, okay, why am I so sad? Why is life sucking? Why do I feel so, not passionate? Why do I feel like something is missing, basically? And there's something that you feel powerless about, and it's okay to look at that, right? Some people never look at it. And those people that never look at what's really going on, how they really feel about a situation, and I don't judge someone for that, because I know how scary it is. Right? I could never say what you should do or what you shouldn't do, because I know how scary it is, right? I've lived that life. Where, back when I was in my corporate job, and I had this like inside competition with myself about climbing the corporate ladder. And, I knew other people that were in the same industry, and it just, I don't know. I guess there are these, layers that you add on when you feel like you have to prove, or when you feel like you have to be a certain way, or when you're listening to what society says is right or wrong, or whatever, right? And it's so similar with food too, right? Before I was on my health journey, food pairing was foreign to me, right? I didn't know about food pairing. Eating fruits first, and just the way your digestion works, right? And you see all these commercials on TV about, low fat this, sugar free that. And all of these different ways of living, these different lifestyle, keto diet, Atkins diet, vegan diet, whatever it is, right? And I know it's a lifestyle, but what I'm saying is that there are so many influences, right? There are so many influences. You're not only influenced by, your past experiences, your own opinions, your own situations that you've been in, maybe the way other people who you respect and love have responded in the past that you may have seen, right? There are so many things that are at play when we're layering on these things in our life, when we're layering on what we think we need to do, when we're layering on who we think we need to be, right? And that's when I had decided, I'm like, you know what? I am a natural lover, right? I'm like a resource, that's what I love to do. I love to be a resource, and be that, that beacon, that pillar, right? It takes a lifestyle, right? Not everyone is willing to, meditate consistently every day and tune into your energy and, feel more comfortable not drinking alcohol and being sober, right? I enjoy the way that feels. But for me, it's this lifestyle where it's like, this is just who I am, but this lifestyle is my work. This lifestyle is who I am, right? Everything is integrated. So I don't know if that makes sense. I'll try to explain that, right? So, depending on what you do for work, depending on the lifestyle that you have with your family, depending on the relationships that you have and how you navigate the world, right? It's just all so amazing how it all kind of blends in together, right? All these little aspects that create you, right? And we all have different layers that we may hide ourselves, we may mask ourselves, we may not share what we really want to say or not share what we really feel. And these are just the illusions of not feeling like you're going to be accepted, or not feeling like society, you're going to be accepted into society. So I completely understand when you want to make a change, but it's really hard. So if you are in that boat and you really want to make a change, but it's a little challenging, you can always reach out to me at conchajoy.com. You can book with me, go to conchajoy.com/bookonline. And we can get on a phone call and I can either help you with some clarity on your next steps, or we may end up working together so that you have the support that you need, so that you have an accountability partner, so that you have the guidance on your journey. Okay, because in this life, it really is meant to live. We are meant to live a good life, right? A good feeling life. Okay, and so that's what I want to direct you to. Living your truth, being in your own energy, and feeling your best as much of the time as you possibly can, okay? So anyways, hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. And by the way, if you're already subscribed to this YouTube channel, don't forget, get at me on Instagram. It's at Yoga with Concha. And I would love to see you there. And I will see you again for the next video. But I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Okay, take care. Mwah.